Atta girl, you cool off on the beach, hon. Atta girl, you cool off on the beach. Good girl, hon. You curl off on the beach, hon. Get a drink. Hey, Pam. Good girl, hon. You cool off the beach. Bird watching. Looking for the elusive yellow-headed blackbird. And whatever else I see in the meantime. Beautiful day today. This is Saginaw Bay, down near Linwood, Pinconning, Michigan. East side. That's the Bay City Power Plant. Hey Penny. Hey Cyclone, how you been? Daisy's checking out birds. Never know when I'm going to catch a good migrating bird. They got a good tailwind today if they're heading north. This is a flooded plains. It's run by the DNR. They flood it, plant it. It's big duck hunting and stuff. Huge bird migration. Stop. Walleye water's big time, Kevin. Yeah, you're right. Perfect. Breeding facilities. Fantastic area. Just love everything about it. Gorgeous day today. Daisy looking for a couple birds too. Never knowing, I might catch a spare bird coming through here. Nice and windy today, but you know, because we're in the bay, it's protected, so the fetch, actually, the occurrence that creates big waves, isn't present. Water temperature, I would say about 44, 45, right around there. Still cold. This is a premier bird migration route. I love this area. I don't mind the government spending tax dollars on this stuff. But, to shake the hand of the guy that had the foresight to put this in place. I'm not big on the damn duck hunting part. I wouldn't enjoy that, but I sure enjoy this. Nobody out here ever. Saw an older couple looking around. I did see some kind of thrush. I got a pretty good picture of it. The birds are singing big time. So they're on their way up north, stopping by here. Get a bite to eat. They keep on heading north. Such a beautiful day. Got my buddy, bought him some bottles of wine at this nice wine store. Yeah, beautiful. I love this. I was into fishing when I was a young guy, hunting too. You know, I came from like blue collar factory worker, you know, uneducated parents. And then, you know, I've been a student of life ever since. Learned everything the hard way. And I understand hunting and stuff. Daisy? Daisy? I understand hunting, but it doesn't interest me. You know, it's a lawful activity. I just would never do it. But when I was young, I did. Daisy's enjoying the sunny day. Good girl, hon. Daisy's enjoying the beach. Yeah, enjoying the beach, hon? Good girl. Found a dead bird or something. Having fun, hon? Wow, look at that. Wow. That's not true. Their cheese is actually good in both places. I don't know where you come up with some of this stuff, Zach. Yeah, this is a wildlife refuge. I'm glad it's not because it wasn't. People see it's just having a nice day on the beach. Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's all natural, man. What do you want? Like a stainless steel or a rail coming out of the water and music playing? This is as good as it gets. I gotta shave Daisy's hair down again. Looks like they got some beavers over here. Well, you want to see some animals cut down some trees in no time. Beavers. I've never seen beavers over around here, but they're definitely around here. That's fresh too. Spreading the old gene pool, migrating. Yeah, I wish you could be united. Stuff. I don't do it very often though. Too many people around. Good girl, hon. Hey, alley cat. No, you know, it's funny you should mention that about Tasha. I was thinking of that this morning. I have not. Haven't heard from her in quite a while. Gotta send her an email. She probably got burnout on YouTube. That's easy to do. Or she's being stalked by some weirdo. Hey, Dirty Sanchez. What's going on? No, I don't really talk to Maddie though. They've got their own channel now, and I've basically kind of phased out of that area. There's nothing going on. So to answer your question, no. Come on. Never know what kind of bird you could catch in here. It's like perfect for shore birds. Got this big camera waiting for a good shot. Oh, you like that, Penny? That's cool. Oh, that's cool, Dirty. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to sit down near one of these trees, and I'm just going to sit and hope I get lucky. I don't want to bore the daylights out of you. Yeah, Mackinac is beautiful. I like Tequamanon Falls. It's interesting. That's a primo time to go there, this time of year. Tons of water. I mean, it's really quite a phenomenon, a freshwater waterfall with 50,000 gallons a second. That's pretty impressive. So I think I'll just hang out here, get lucky on a bird. Not really. Nah, Daisy will chase birds if there's nothing else going on. But she doesn't give two shits. And believe it or not, when these birds are up here, these little birds, they don't care about Daisy. It's not like Daisy's scaring off birds. I mean, if they see me, they're gone. I'm definitely overdressed today, though. I gotta take off some of these. I see some kind of little warblers darting around here. I'm not sure which ones they are. Let me set my phone here for a second. Right here on this tree. Take off this. Too hot. Hey there, hon. You just lay down, hon. You watch for birds for Dad, okay? You just watch for birds for Dad, hon. Okay? You sit down, relax, honey. Could do it, Penny. Yeah, you could. But I like the UP. Not that much. I would say that at a scale of 10, I like it a 5. It's huge miles in between anything that's worth looking at. Lake Superior, I mean, this time of the year, the wind's coming from the wrong direction, so minus just a brief video of Whitefish Point. It's just kind of boring up there. I see better things down here without drive my ass. That was a 630-mile day drive that day, which I'm not complaining. I'm glad I did it. But mainly because I was able to see that windy, crappy weather around the Mackinac Bridge, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to sit down here under one of these trees for a couple hours. Days a swamp dog. Don't be getting too wet now, hon. Daisy's playing swamp dog today. You're not a retriever, Daisy. You got little legs. Hey, don't make me come in there and get you. Your legs are too small, hon. Hey, Daisy. Come over here, hon. Hey, it's too deep for you. Come on, hon. She's cooling off, really. Here's a couple crows. Daisy. Hey. Come over here. Come here. Come on. It's too deep for you, hon. Just gave her a shower the other day. You're no swamp dog. Yeah, Daisy's got the biggest balls of any dog I've ever had. There were 2 pit bulls here right now just barking and snapping. She'd act like she didn't even see them. She's not afraid of anything. Noise. She will chase anything, lock horns with anything, throw down with another dog. She could actually hang off a towel. So she's cooling off in there. Feels good to her stomach. Yeah, she likes always checking things out. Now, I didn't, you know, if you have that dark hair, it's easy for her to heat up. So here she wants to get stuff out of there. I let Daisy do whatever she wants. She has fun doing that. Go ahead. I'll give her another shower if I have to. But she's such a good dog. Like, I let her just have fun, whatever she wants. She finds something to roll in, have at it. It's no big deal giving her another shower. Hey, Cross Up. She likes grabbing that stuff and flinging it around with her mouth. You can go ahead and fool with it, hon. So I got a couple shots today, nothing great. Hey, blue-eyed lady, how you doing? Doing pretty good out at this bird refuge. It's Nyang Quang or something like that. I barely looked at the sign. It's in Pinconning, Michigan. Good girl, hon. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Good girl, hon. Wow. Look at that. Good girl, huh? Wow, what is that? Daisy's always really proud when she finds something. Good girl. Wow, hon. Wow. Hey, Daisy, can you come over here? Oh, stay away from my clothes and my camera, hon. All these restaurants, yeah, she's a great dog. All these restaurants have closed that were open a couple weeks ago. I guess it's just not worth being open with such a crappy to-go business. Yeah, this is an interesting area around here. I just started coming here this year. I've always gone to Taos Point, you know, where I always do the videos. But I like this. Hey, Sue. I like this. This is pretty. Nobody out here. If you guys don't live in Michigan and you watch it, you should try to get up and visit it in the summertime. Particularly Mackinac Bridge, beautiful. St. Ignace. Get up, check out the Great Lakes. Mackinac Island's fun. Hey, Janice. It's a beautiful state to visit. I highly encourage it. This is a big, as I've said, avid place for birders. A lot of bird guys. Ran into a guy a couple weeks ago. He's got he actually got the $18,000 lens. And he dropped it out here. Had to send it. It was 6 weeks repair. It was $800. It just broke the front element. He said it just slipped off his neck brace that he had. That can happen. I dropped a video camera in Yellowstone Park one time. It just happens. What happens is, when you're on these trips, not necessarily me right here, they shut down Empire, Sleeping Bear Dunes. You're tired. You're covering lots of ground. You're getting up in the morning. You're walking your ass off. And those things add up and you start doing stupid shit, leaving your camera on the roof of your car, forgetting to tighten down the bushings on a tripod. Yeah, they're going crazy. It's a lot of ignorance. I mean, I didn't vote for our governor, but I think she's done an excellent job. I give her an A+. It's not perfect. I mean, you've got just, the droves of people that really don't understand science. And the only thing that occurs to them is that they can't go to their favorite 2-for-1 hot dog diner and eat in. And if you don't see it their way, they don't like you. This is the real deal. I give her A for doing it. Maybe the fishing in the boats I don't quite understand, but hey, it's not my call. She's not perfect. And I think that governor of New York really did an excellent job. Bright guy, got on things. I see Wisconsin's extending it for the entire month of May. So far so good. The governor has a task force. She wanted to go down to Detroit, and she can't figure out, at least she says she can't figure out why the African American population is having such a spike in cases. I'll tell you why. Ride around with me and then we'll go in front of the party stores where you'll see 25 people standing in line with no masks, no hand sanitizer, and right next to each other buying cigarettes, alcohol, and lottery tickets. That's why. Another thing that could have complicated it in Detroit is Detroit was one of the 2 airports that was allowed to have direct flights to China and flights from Europe. They still have them, actually, I think. And that couldn't have helped. So if I was going to place a bet, I'd think airport workers catching it from just contamination in airports. They went back to casinos, to party stores, to Detroit, labor jobs, and there you go. Now the argument against that is they don't have those same factors in Flint. They've had a pretty high spike of it as well. So it may just boil down to hygiene and sanitization and the 6-foot distancing that isn't being done. Yeah, that's exactly it, Agent. I mean, it's got to be so frustrating. It's like owning a YouTube channel. You go down there, you give people a couple bucks, you ask how their day is going, you wish them well, you offer them help if they need it, you deliver gifts from other people, and all you are is just a big exploitive prick like me that takes advantage of the underprivileged. So I can imagine just being a governor in the evening when you're doing your due diligence, you're relying on science, you're trying to do the good thing for these idiots that are protesting against you in the Capitol. It's just got to be so super frustrating. If everybody had a PhD, everybody'd be slapping high fives with her with their rubber gloves on and hand sanitizer, but they don't. It's a bunch of uneducated people with low IQs that are mad because they can't have their 2-for-1 hot dogs while they're watching NASCAR. And their girlfriend with their name tattooed on her top right breast and their baseball cap on backwards. You can't fix stupid. Oh, I believe it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they actually treat the virus like a lottery ticket. What happens is going to happen. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, big time, man. In droves too. The nice thing about this is things shouldn't surprise you down the road as you age, because you'll realize that the world is just filled with idiots. And that even though you may not agree with everything that's done, I mean, can you imagine having one of these hayseeds that thinks she's overreacted in Michigan? And she just said, you know what, I'm a governor, I want to get reelected. Just get some hand sanitizer and good luck. I hope you don't die. But she didn't do that. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. So when somebody, the first people that come on the chats in the evening that want to talk about this is population control, see you later. Show me some proof. It's bar talk, no facts. Or that, they're trying to weed out the weak businesses. Hello, goodbye, see you later. Go watch the cartoon channel. I'm not just listening to this stupid shit. It's a private channel with private chat that it's open up to the public. And if you behave right and we have a common interest, it'd be great having you around. If you're a joker, a clown, an idiot, a NASCAR fan with your baseball hat on backwards and your name tattooed on your girl's right breast, you're probably not going to fit in here. It's just unbelievable how dumb people are. This really gives you, it takes something like this to realize that, the difference between tactful, educated people and just banshee, white trash crazies that don't know up from down. Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing. Yeah, it's the truth. It's just so sad to say. They got to protect them from themselves. I mean, really, what the government should do is just, listen to some of these crazies talk and just go around and put them in a straitjacket and force a mask on their face and put them in old abandoned farm buildings until this shit's gone away, because they're too dumb to take care of themselves. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just a real low IQ, pissed off. Crackra still thinks it's funny to give somebody the finger and use it as a thumbnail on one of her videos. This is the intellect of this lady. Oh, there's two trumpeter swans. Well, I'll tell you, watch those trumpeter swans. This nature's smart. See that? You couldn't see it good from here, but headed right into the wind. I'll tell you, that's some effort getting up and going if you're one of those birds. Same with Canadian geese. Unless you got a strong wind, you see a wind-free day, they need some space to get going. So that's the way I have it. That's the way I see it. But you got your own opinions. You're biased, but population control. Oh my God. Why don't we just go down and chase shots with cheap beer at a local bar, talking about population control, and this was all set up by the government? I just want to shoot myself right then and there. Yeah, wingspans, it really is amazing. So snowy owls, the same thing. Snowy owls are the same wing, 5-foot wingspan. When you consider Sandhill Cranes, you look at a Sandhill Crane, I've seen them 2 times in the last 10 years spiral up till they got around maybe 8,000 feet, headed south in the fall. And they're kind of like a kite. It's surprising that they get anywhere when there's wind. They have I'll tell you one thing people don't realize about those. I think you can hunt them in California, but I know in Michigan, you can if you're a farmer, you can get a federal permit to shoot them. I know a farm over near Prescott shoots them by the garbage bags full. Yeah, thank you, Carrie. That's exactly it. It just doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't. There's no logic to it. There's no argument for it. There's no proof. All these wackos, where you can usually shut them up is you can just try and keep your blood pressure from pegging out on the scale and say, well, where do you get your data? Where do you get your evidence? I can just tell. There's never really any evidence. There's never really any proof. It's all shot in the beer talk. Yeah, actually, wild turkeys are a fascinating bird. You know, they talk about turkeys drowning them, too stupid to keep from drowning themselves. That's domestic turkeys, and that's hundreds of years of breeding. I'm not saying that. I don't even know if that's true, but I'm telling you, a wild turkey's not stupid. I've seen them in action. Not at all. Here's the old swamp dog, Daisy. Daisy, you're a foo-foo dog, huh? What are you doing out in the swamp? They tell Daisy, they don't see Daisy, I had to take a picture of her. They think she ought to have a bow in her hair. She's out there looking for something in the swamp. Davy's no foo-foo dog. Yeah, right, that's the truth. Yeah, do your own research. Exactly right. They wouldn't have the faintest idea to where to look. They would go on some, whacked out, crazy lunatic that somehow got a podcast off the ground a few years ago. I mean, there's always going to be places for these wackos to go. I mean, they're a couple months away from wearing tennis shoes and drinking colored Kool-Aid. They're just kooky. You could lead all these wackos down the pike just with their disdain for government in general. Yeah. Hear that bird singing up there? There's a lot of birds singing around here, but believe it or not, they're hard to see. Even though there's no leaves on the trees. You know, these birds are small. These warblers and these tiny birds. You can't. They're hard to see unless they land like right in front of you. Yeah, that's pretty much what it boils down to. Yep. But you can understand, when you're young and you hear this profiling and you think profiling, that sounds like kind of racism in a way, if it's involving race. But then you get older and you see these profiles that they come up with people that have this kind of behavior. It's pretty damn accurate. Walks like a duck, looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. That's why I didn't really understand this until late in life. But if you're familiar with the MMPI test, and companies have been using this a long time, and that's because they have figured out that people from dysfunctional families that are uneducated, they're the kind of people that want to start unions. They've always got a problem at work. They're sexually harassing. They're always filing lawsuits. They're just a super pain in the ass. And you can decipher that through the proper questioning, through the MMPI. And that's why companies give you that test. If you're going to be slinging avocados at your local produce store, you're not going to need to take that test because it doesn't matter. But if you're going to get into a job that's going to require some stability and some intelligence, they want to know what they're getting. And for the same government conspiracy theorist, they're the kind of wackos that don't score very good on the test. Before you know it, after they're about 50 questions into it, they've already buried themselves with that they like their sister more than their mother, and they don't like their dad, and they don't talk to their uncles, and that what's going to happen's going to happen. This computer's just blowing fuses thinking in giant block letters, do not hire this person. Thank you, Dejo. Okay, Agent, take care. See, here's a bird. I can hear him taking off. I can hear those wings. What's crazy to me, too, is how those wings don't hit the water. They're about a half inch from hitting the water. Then they just gain altitude. It's crazy. Bye-bye. Well, I'm going to sign off here. I brought this month's Playboy book to read under one of these trees for a couple hours. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to sound like one of the people that I've criticized. But I'm going to get back on later tonight and hope I get lucky and get a photo of a bird. So you guys have a good day today. And appreciate you checking in. Right, hon? 9 o'clock. I'll come on at 9 o'clock tonight. for sure. Yep. So have a good day, everybody. Yeah, it really is blue-eyed lady. Beautiful out here. Like, great. Lake Huron. I'd rather be on Lake Huron than I would on Lake Michigan. You know, they think it's better. You know, that's where all the money is at. That's not what I think. Look at this. Nobody down here. There's never anybody down here. Got this whole place to myself. Now, you don't have the fine dining and, you know, all that other bullshit that goes along with it. Cultural. You're not going to see a play over here anywhere. But as far as just solitude and other than that big giant coal burning power plant across the bay, they're phasing those out. The one in River Rouge down near Detroit, that's actually going to be mothballed pretty soon. You know, they claim that Lake Huron is nice. Well, it depends what kind of activities you're into. If you're into what I do, it's way better. Cooling off on? Cooling off? Good girl. Hey Twinkie, how you doing? How you been? Daisy's enjoying the beach today. Well, you guys have a good day today, and I'm gonna try and get a photo of a bird. Twinkie, come on at 9 o'clock tonight. Yeah, Daisy's a good dog. Yeah, you too. She's bird watching with Dad. Okay, Twinkie, good seeing you. All right, have a good day, you guys.